All right, here we go.
American Skins was directed, written, and starring Nate Parker as Lincoln Jefferson, and the story is about a father and his son late at night driving back at home, driving to a neighborhood when they get pulled over by cops, and after things escalate in a very huge way, we jump to a year later, where the father, the whole family is grieving. These couple high school kids who want to make a documentary about the whole situation that went down ask him if they could film and make a documentary about it. Of course, the father agrees. We're also going to find out, is the cop going to get a trial? Will they get a trial of the shooting of his son? Unfortunately, the government doesn't favor his side, and this is the moment when the father decides to take matters into his own hands. This movie is actually perfect for the time we are now. With everything that happened last year, with all the innocent black people being shot by cops, everything, the whole George Floyd situation, and so many, every time this happens so many of the years, this movie really attacks this subject in a really hard manner. And it comes to with so many sides. I mean, this movie is literally think like somebody shot this a week ago. And it was really done very great. I mean, the storytelling is very great. It's very, of course, in our time. It's been the topic for the last year, for many years now, about this, cops killing black people. And the story continues where the father and a group of people who are on his side go to the police station where the cop is and decide to make a trial of their own. Now, this is where the movie really starts to kick in. Before the movie, the whole movie is very cut and loose. The beginning was done, it's a little bit slow, the beginning I must say, but the movie really starts getting really good and really picks up and really gets emotionally, sucks you in. It makes you invested in the story when they're the whole time at this police precinct. I mean, the scenes that happen and what I like about it, this movie doesn't just show this one side like, oh, cops are bad and you should pay for it. It doesn't show this one side of it. No, it shows every side they are normally in a conversation would be. It shows the side of the parent, of course, of the black guys, like, you shot my son, this is this. And they also explain the side of the cops and their point of view. We get everybody points of view in it. We get inmate points of view, normal people points of view. Like, nothing gets not talked about. Nobody's included. No box is basically not checked. They really have this heavy discussion on what's wrong, what's right, what's the profile, what's they not, why they shoot us, why they this. This movie has really big emotional moments when they talk to each other, this whole confrontation with the cops, and it was just done very, very greatly. The acting is really phenomenal in this movie. Nate Parker, Omar, everybody, the cops, everybody who is in this movie does a phenomenal job. You really believe, you don't see acting, you really see true great performances. You really believe everything that's going on, and it works so well because it gets you so invested, it gets you so sucked in. And I think why that is so, because of the last years we had so many situations that are exactly the same like in this movie. And I like there's a different perspective also on this movie of, because you have those young kids filming the whole thing, because that's what he tells them, don't stop filming, because he wants everything recorded so people see that finally. It also shows the young people perspective, like how they look on it. So what I like, you get everybody perspective about it, you get every topic, you get everything, every perspective, everything gets discussed about this really big problems that African Americans and black people have with the cops. And it was really a riveting and really interesting movie at times. At times the movie, after he would have a great scene with the cop or with the Nate Parker, investigating and everything, then sometimes the movie takes a breather, and sometimes the movie does the pacing does get a little slow. Where I really think the movie's at its best is when we have this non-stop court session going on between the cops. That's when the movie is really hitting hard and really good. Everything besides from that is kind of like your typical standard movie, sometimes a little slow. It's not always made that, it's not that as investing, not without those scenes. But everything that's going on in the police precinct is done very brilliantly. From the acting wise, camera wise, it's done pretty standardly. There are no really spectacular shots, but that's what I like. It's set more in a realistic tone. I like that you get footage, from the cameras, moving up and down. It gives more this documentary vibe, this movie, what I really like about. You see everything shot from the perspective of the kids what are filming. So that's a very cool cool angle of shooting the movie. And I really love the ending of this movie because there's a lot of questions that happens. Like when you watch a movie like this, you know, the black guy takes a whole police station hostage and everything. There's only like two ways you think the movie's gonna end. But it really ends in it ends in a way you would expect it, but it also ends in a way people really perceive and see those things. What I really liked a lot, actually, like, it was really showed how people really see and digest these things and see how the world really revives around it, especially with this great ending when the news media explains and tries to talk about the whole situation. Was done very realistic, and this how really I think is the problem what they also do with this, without giving too many spoilers. To really put the movie in a summary, this movie is a really great movie. It's a very investing movie. There are some slow parts here and there. The performances are very strong. Nate Parker did really an amazing job directing this movie. There are really some intense moments in these scenes and some very interesting lines, some very lines that I really think a lot of people always want to say but always are feared to say. And I really love how this movie turned out. This movie was emotionally investing. I really had a great time with this movie. I would please recommend everybody to watch this movie, because this movie could not be more accurate to our times as they are. I'm gonna give this movie a 9 out of 10. American Skins. What do you think of the movie? Let me know what you think down below. What do you think about the whole situation? For me, it was very like, this dude really hit the topic at point, and I'm really happy that we get a movie like this, because we need more movies also like this. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my superhero movies, I love everything, but this movie really fits in this time and I really like it a lot. This movie really was a great job done. And make sure to like and subscribe for your boy right here. Thank you very much everybody for watching, and as always, see you next time.